The majority of COVID transmission continues to occur in homes and through social networks, and we've seen that throughout this pandemic. But we are also seeing a significant increase in testing in school-aged children, and I've showed those data as well this week. Nevertheless, increased diagnoses has led to increased numbers of potential exposure events, and several school outbreaks have also been detected and reported. COVID-19 continues to circulate in our communities, and schools reflect this. More cases, clusters, and outbreaks are occurring in communities where vaccination rates are lowest, and this has resulted in a number of additional regional orders, as we know, and regional interventions will continue to remain an important part of our approach in this phase of our pandemic. Our school teams are committed to ensuring we are taking all necessary measures to ensure schools can continue to provide that all-important in-school learning for children in BC. We know the absolute importance of the social, emotional, and physical growth that occurs in schools, and the importance of this to the health and well-being of children and families across BC. We have reviewed these data and the information we have from the first month of return to school, and today I am extending the PHO masking order in schools to cover all students and staff in K-12 across the province. This order will be in place for the remainder of this school term, additional layer to help reduce risk of transmission in classrooms and schools. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of the school staff, educators, and families who have supported the return to school for over 600,000 children across BC. We know this is the best and safest place for them to be, even more so when COVID is circulating in your community or in the province. And this additional measure we are putting in place today is one more layer that will ensure we can continue to engage and support children through this ever-changing pandemic. We will continue to do this in a way that supports the positive aspects that children need to have to be able to wear masks effectively in these settings. I've been talking to a lot of young people in my life over the last few weeks, and I know that they can adapt to this. They've been learning. We've had those first few weeks of school to help get used to it again. And I am so impressed by how resilient and adaptable children are. And wearing your mask gives you superpowers. It makes you a superhero. It means that you're protecting yourself, but you're also looking out for your classmates in your school and your community.
A year and a half now into the pandemic, our experience tells us that COVID exposures in schools are indeed a reflection of what is happening in the surrounding community. That continues to be true. We've developed health and safety guidelines for all schools in BC that reflect the current situation with the COVID-19 pandemic. And in August, we announced that the mask mandate that was in place last school year would continue for all students in grades 4 to 12, along with the strong recommendation for mask wearing for students in kindergarten to grade 3. And I want to say that with respect to our school safety plans, we in fact maintained many of the measures that were in place last year to protect our school communities and to provide continuity. I want to take a moment to thank school boards in particular who have led their districts through a very challenging time and who continue to work closely with health authority school medical officers in their regions to support the school safety plans. And indeed, as Dr. Henry has noted, today we are in a much different place because this year we have vaccines. And we know that immunization protects communities and protects children. And the good news is that as of yesterday, 88.5% of British Columbians have received their first dose, and nearly 82% are fully vaccinated. We know the best protection for kids in our schools, especially for those who are too young to receive a vaccine, is for everyone who is eligible to be vaccinated. And I am asking you now, if you have not yet had your shot, now is your time.